other expenses. Daniel Kariuki, KTN.
Moving on, President William Ruto appears to have engaged a high gear with eyes firmly set on the 2027 presidential election. Beyond routine government work, the president has expanded his political engagements, moving from meetings with professionals to cultural arenas across the country. Is this inclusive governance or early campaign strategy? Grace Nganga reports.
President William Ruto's recent public engagements reveal a deliberate broadening of political strategy, one that goes beyond policy announcements and development tours. In recent weeks, the president has intensified meetings with organized professional groups, including teachers, medical workers, and chiefs.
Unajua, tuko na watu wanaongea maneno mingi. Sijui Ruto amewacha bottom up, sijui ameenda, sijui Singapore.
By engaging these groups directly, the president appears to be managing discontent. Opposition leaders have accused the Ruto administration of using these platforms to bribe influential groups to legitimize the government's agenda while masking unresolved economic challenges facing ordinary Kenyans.
Where will he say he gets the money to call 10,000 chiefs and assistant chiefs and bribe them with 10,000 shillings each?
Political analysts, however, offer a different reading of the president's strategy, one that tempers the opposition's accusations. They argue that any financial mobilization linked to these engagements does not necessarily have to come from public coffers, but could be channeled through the president's political party and allied structures, which are legally allowed to fundraise and organize political activity.
UDA, let's say UDA has a lot of members of parliament, and there is treasury money that you get. So because of their effort and getting a lot of members of parliament, MCEs, they receive funding from a lot of funding in millions from treasury. So that means they can be able to afford their campaigns in a way.
Kaluyu says the key issue is not the president's visibility, but the source of resources and whether clear lines are maintained between state functions and party politics. According to him, rather than focusing solely on the president's movements, the opposition should be sharpening its manifesto and engaging voters directly on policy, the economy, and governance.
I haven't seen their manifesto. They don't have, let's just be honest. They don't have a manifesto. And then they want to fight Dr. Ruto, who has a UDA manifesto and has development funds and also has money for the party from the treasury. How are you going to fight him?
The only plan you are catwalking around with is how to share a non-existent government.
From the Luopin Cultural Festival to the Tobonglore Festival, President Ruto has increasingly embraced cultural platforms, spaces traditionally seen as non-political yet deeply influential.
He is trying to reshape his political because he's a candidate, and therefore he needs to be able to show why he should be re-elected.
Still, the pattern is clear. President Ruto is laying political groundwork well ahead of the official campaign period, consolidating his base, testing new constituencies, and reshaping his national image. Whether this multi-platform approach will translate into votes in 2027 will ultimately depend not on appearances at festivals or forums, but on whether Kenyans feel real change in their daily lives. Grace Nganga, KTN.
Away from politics now to a sad story, and 4 people have lost